Think your strong password keeps you safe. Think again. Every day, millions of people believe myths about cybersecurity. Myths that make them easier targets, not safer. From Max can't get viruses to I have nothing to hide. These misconceptions are why hackers keep winning today. We're going to debunk the biggest cybersecurity myths people still believe, and show you what actually keeps you secure online. Let's start with the most common, and perhaps the most dangerous myth in all of cybersecurity. I'm not important enough to be hacked. It's an understandable thought. We see headlines about corporations and governments being targeted, and it's easy to think, I'm just a regular person. I don't have state secrets or millions in the bank. Why would anyone waste their time on me? This sense of anonymity feels like a shield, but in the digital world, it's a vulnerability. The reality is, your perceived importance is completely irrelevant to a modern cybercriminal. To understand why, we need to shift our perspective. Modern hackers aren't typically lone figures in dark rooms meticulously picking their targets one by one. They are, more often than not, running a business. And in this business, the product is data. Your data. They're after your credentials, your personal information, and even your computer's processing power. Think about it. You have email addresses, passwords for dozens of sites, banking information, credit card numbers, your home address, your date of birth. Each piece is a commodity, and they don't find this data by targeting you personally. They find it through mass automation. Imagine a thief who, instead of casing a single mansion, walks down every street in a city and jiggles the handle of every single car door. They don't know or care who owns the car. They're just looking for the one that's unlocked. That's exactly what cybercriminals do. They deploy automated scripts, or bots, that relentlessly scan the internet, testing millions of systems every minute. These bots aren't looking for important people. They're looking for digital unlocked doors, a weak, easily guessable password like password 123, a piece of software you haven't updated in months, or a router with its default factory settings still in place. When one of these bots finds a vulnerability, it reports back, and your system is compromised. You weren't individually targeted, you were simply part of a massive, indiscriminate sweep. You were the unlocked car on the street. This is how huge data breaches happen. When a major company gets hacked, the attackers aren't interested in the CEO's personal files. They're stealing the database containing the information of millions of customers, people just like you. You become collateral damage in an attack you didn't even know was happening. So what happens to your unimportant data? It gets packaged and sold on the dark web. Your email and password combination might sell for a few dollars, to be used in credential stuffing attacks to break into your other accounts. Your credit card number could be used for fraudulent purchases. A complete profile with your name, address, and social security number, known as fulls, can be sold for a higher price to criminals who specialize in identity theft. They can open new lines of credit in your name, file fraudulent tax returns, or commit crimes while pretending to be you. Even your hacked social media account has value, used to run scams on your friends and family who trust messages coming from you. It's a high-volume, low-margin business, and you are the inventory. Your importance doesn't matter, but your vulnerability does. Let's tackle a pervasive myth, the idea that a good antivirus program is all you need to be safe online. It's a comforting thought, heavily promoted by security software companies, leading to a dangerous false sense of security. While antivirus absolutely helps, it is not a silver bullet. Think of it like a seatbelt in your car. A seatbelt is a critical piece of safety equipment, essential for protecting you in a crash, but it's a passive defense. It won't prevent you from speeding on a wet road, running a red light, or texting while driving. Your safety ultimately depends on your active decisions as a driver. Antivirus functions in the same way. It's a crucial background process that can catch and quarantine known threats, but it won't stop you from making a reckless decision online. The reality is, the nature of cyber attacks has fundamentally changed. The golden age of simple self-replicating viruses that antivirus was designed to fight is long gone. Today's attackers are far more sophisticated, and they've realized it's much easier to exploit human psychology than to crack complex software. This is the art of social engineering. Most successful breaches now begin not with a brute force attack, but with a simple, deceptive message. A phishing email that perfectly mimics your bank, a text message from a delivery service with a tracking link, or an urgent request from your CEO to purchase gift cards. These attacks prey on trust, fear, and our instinct to be helpful. Furthermore, traditional antivirus primarily works by matching files against a database of known malware signatures. This makes it inherently reactive. It's often completely blind to zero-day threats, brand new malware that has never been seen before and has no signature. It also struggles to detect fileless malware, a sneaky type of attack that runs directly in your computer's memory without ever writing a file to the hard drive, leaving no tracks for the antivirus to find. The real solution is a strategy called defense in depth. Antivirus is just one layer. A robust defense also includes firewalls, regular software updates, and strong, unique passwords managed by a password manager. But the most critical layer is you, the human firewall. This means cultivating a healthy sense of skepticism. Always check links before you click by hovering your mouse over them. Scrutinize sender email addresses for tiny telltale errors. And most importantly, enable multi-factor authentication wherever possible. It's the single best step to secure your accounts. Even if a scammer manages to steal your password, your awareness and your behavior are your strongest shields. This one refuses to die. The myth of the invincible Apple device. It's a myth rooted in some truth. Apple built a strong security reputation with its walled garden approach, tightly controlling hardware and software. By sandboxing applications, forcing them to run in isolated environments, they created a formidable defense. For years, this was bolstered by security through obscurity. With a smaller market share, creating malware for Macs just wasn't as profitable for cybercriminals. But the digital landscape has dramatically shifted. Attackers go where the users are. As Apple's market share grows, so does malware designed for macOS and iOS. This isn't a theory. It's a reality proven by a rise in threats like the Schleyer Trojan, which disguised itself as a software update to infect thousands of Macs. And we've seen incredibly sophisticated spyware like Pegasus demonstrate that even the iPhone, long considered a digital fortress, can be breached by a determined adversary, proving that popularity comes at a price. In fact, in recent years, Apple has patched hundreds of vulnerabilities, some already being exploited in the wild. Many of these are zero-day exploits, flaws unknown to Apple when they are first used by attackers. When you hear a vulnerability is being exploited in the wild, it means hackers are actively using it to compromise devices. The Pegasus spyware, for instance, used a chain of 0 days to achieve a zero-click infection, compromising an iPhone without the owner ever clicking a link. It's a chilling reminder that no commercial device is impenetrable, and it's not just about high-tech exploits. The most common threats are often far simpler, and they work on any platform. Phishing attacks that trick you into entering your Apple ID on a fake website are rampant. Malicious calendar subscriptions and smishing a text with dangerous links all prey on the one vulnerability Apple can't patch: human behavior. A secure operating system can't protect you if you're persuaded to hand over the keys to the kingdom yourself. So if you're a Mac user who skips updates because you don't need antivirus, congratulations. You're exactly who hackers are looking for. Those update notifications aren't just about new features. They are your frontline defense, containing critical patches for security holes. Security isn't a product you buy, it's a process. Apple provides the lock, but you are the one who has to turn the key and stay vigilant. Believing your Mac is invincible is the first step to making it vulnerable. Let's be clear, incognito mode is not privacy mode. It only prevents your local device, your browser history, from being saved. But your internet provider, websites, and advertisers can still see your activity. Think of it as hiding your tracks at home, not from the world. If you truly want anonymity, you'll need tools like VPNs, Tor, or privacy-focused browsers, and even those have limits. A strong password is great, but it's not invincible. Password leaks happen all the time, and no password, no matter how complex, can survive a breach if it's reused across accounts. The real key? Use a password manager. Turn on multi-factor authentication, MFA. Never reuse passwords. MFA alone blocks 99.9% of automated account hacking attempts, so enable it everywhere you can. In companies, people often think cybersecurity is just for the IT guys. Wrong. The biggest weakness in any system isn't the code, it's the human. One click on a phishing email can compromise an entire network. That's why top organizations train every employee, from interns to executives, to spot suspicious behavior. Cybersecurity is everyone's responsibility, from locking your screen to reporting incidents. This myth ignores a simple fact. Privacy isn't about hiding bad things, it's about protecting what matters: your personal data, location, photos, contacts, financial info can be used to impersonate you, steal your identity, or even manipulate your decisions. Everyone has something worth protecting, even if it's just peace of mind. So, let's recap. You can be hacked. Antivirus alone isn't enough. Max, incognito mode, and passwords all have limits. Cybersecurity is a team sport. The takeaway? Cybersecurity isn't about paranoia, it's about awareness. If you learned something new today, give this video a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and subscribe for more content that helps you stay safe in the digital world. Stay smart, stay secure, and I'll see you in the next one.